Today is the day, opening youth weekend. It's been 2 years since the last time we got to get together, so we're kind of hoping that everything goes good this morning. We got up really early. I got up at 3 o'clock, so I want to make sure I got there plenty early enough. Plus it gives me a little bit of reconnaissance on these turkeys. I haven't even scouted it this year, but I pretty well know where they like to hang out, and we're going to try to set up on a pinch point that I consider a really good crossing. For whatever reason, they like to cross in this area, and it's kind of in the middle of the property, and it keeps us from bumping turkeys. So I think what we're going to try to do is get there well before daylight, set up, and try to do some calling once we've located some gobblers. Now, typically this time of year we don't have 29-degree weather. Right there, 29 degrees. So basically, this is not your typical weather for April. We had a cold snap that come in a couple days ago. It got really cold. We've had, I wouldn't say an out of ordinary winter this year, because we actually had a winter. We had an ice storm that came through in February, and it hit most of the southeastern part, even as far as Florida. So this year's kind of screwed up the turkey season in different states, because typically the turkey season comes in like in March in Florida and maybe even, you know, a couple other states, and they're used to the birds already kind of starting to break up and get in the mix of early spring activities, so to speak, for turkeys, and they were really flocked up this year. Well, the great news for Kentucky is, because of that, because we had a good winter and because it was pushed so late into February, our spring didn't come as early as it normally does. Normally everything's pretty well bloomed out and greened up really good. Now it has started to, but I've noticed that it seems like it's running a little bit behind, and I believe it's running right on time this year. Like I said, I haven't got to hunt this area since last year. Haven't even got in here to scout or anything. But something that you will learn after years of being on a property is how the lay of the land is and how the turkeys act on it. So wish us luck, and hopefully we have a good time.
came right in.
I drilled. Let's go.
I heard him breathing hard. I was like, man, that's pretty awesome.
Like, it was literally.
Yeah. Man, if I'd been what do you think he'd done if I'd been a Longbeard behind it? Oh my God. He's holding up really steady.
I was like, I'm gonna move the gun. You tell me when you're on his head.
Yeah.
And he says, all right. I'm gonna say, shoot. I wasn't holding out no longer.
Man, y'all, and I told her, I was like, don't move, because I'd seen her head. She was looking right over here. And you guys look like a stone over there. I was like, dang.
He was like, Matthew, he's laughing, it's funny. He was like this. I went, he did it, he said, I was like, and then whenever she put her head down, he walked this, he goes, I said, stop.
He did really good, man. You gotta think, man, kids don't like to sit still because they're used to going all the time. I have to say, this is old.
I told myself, I'm proud of you, man. You did
Oh,
great.
he did great. And this morning it was about 30. I don't want to say it's 31. It was 26 when we left. It got 31. We got in the woods, and I thought, man, it's got to get warmer.
I ordered this dang shirt.
Yeah.
And I ordered a size small. I just ordered one like he's got, that leafy green.
What do you think about your first encounter with a hen? It was a little exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man! Literally, she came right up here. That's like what, maybe 15 yards,
I'd say 15.
if that.
If that.
And she was coming out in those woods. She must have been right in a thicket somewhere because we struck her up, and I thought, oh man, it's a hunter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I'm
but
like,
then when I heard it, I was like, man, that just sounds too real good.
yeah, that was crazy. So I'm like, what are we gonna do? So I guess I'm gonna head back, and then we're gonna. I tell you what, man, when the regular season starts up, we're gonna get together again and try it again, because I think these turkeys just ain't ready, you know.
It's funny because I don't think I can remember going hunting any year and being able to call a hen up and she'd be doing the same thing that we're doing with those decoys. I mean, they're looking for a gobbler, and
oh yeah,
and that's what she was too. She heard that hen and thought, well, if there's a hen, there might be.
I was on my knees, like I couldn't move because I was like, man, if I get up and move, she's gonna see me. So I had my call, and I thought, well, I'll just call the whole time, you know. And she started feeding. I thought, yeah, that's good. I was like, man, she starts feeding this field, and that gobbler sees it. Oh, it's over.
Oh yeah.
But he must have just pushed on. I think he really went down over that ridge. There's a lot of like low areas.
There's a lot of ups and downs through the hollers, and then this wind not really helping either.
No.
That wind pretty much means
We must have just been right. We must have been right on top of this hen. Like really, we must have been right on top.
I'm kind of glad we wasn't like calling sooner.
Yeah. I know, because she would have seen us.
No, well, not only that, but she would have. If she didn't see us, she would have heard us.
Yeah.
And she would have started coming this way, so we would have had to stop the decoys right there by our feet and lay down and watch her come out. She would have done the same thing.
Well, I seen that tom when we first got here, and I thought, man, he's huge.
And you know, that was a tom.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, like you said,
he had a big beard on him.
He was like, man, that's a gobbler. I was like, man, what? Are you serious? You just took one glance at him. I'm like, man, and I was like, oh shoot, I was like, it is a tom. I thought maybe, because you always want to hope that's what it is.
Oh, I know.
And that's what I kind of thought. I was like, maybe he didn't really see it. I was like, shoot, he's got eyes like I'm there, like a hawk, man.
It was really cool because like I seen him, and you know we ducked over the hill, and then when I went back up the glass, he already had his back to us, and he was just cresting that hill, and I thought, if I let him get some distance, you know, and then you said you see all those turkeys that was there, and I swear I think they went right down in them bottoms because you know the tractor came out in the field and I don't think he seen us over there, and it just pushed them right in the woods.
It did. It pushed him right over the ledge, and then that's when you said you was calling to him. He was
that holler's deep. I mean, it goes. They could go anywhere.
Even though we didn't get one, that is a perfect end to a first day of use.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And for the weather, dude, there was frost on the decoys. So we put it out. I mean, what do you do with that? You know. But they gobbled good. They gobbled really good.
But that, like we was talking about earlier, that barometric pressure, man. Really
yeah.
Gets them up.
Oh, it does.
It gets everything moving. I mean, dude, the birds this morning.
I'm surprised we didn't run into some deer, really, because the pressure was so high, and, you know, with that frost.
They'd be out here feeding in this field. Honestly, I'm right there with you. But at the same time, we never got to come up and really look over that hump down there.
Yeah, but I didn't. I was like, I'm glad we didn't because I think we would have pushed all the turkeys off.
Yeah,
I felt like
especially the deer started to
With
blow.
us calling that turkey back, well, we didn't hurt this place at all. I don't think they seen anything.
I don't think nothing seen this at all,
No.
honestly. I think it couldn't have really went any better. I mean, other than getting a bird on the ground, that just comes with it.
You know, I think for patience this season, I think we'll pay off. It'll pay off.
I'm just glad that got this young guy right here.
I'm glad I got him out, man. It's young kids need to do this stuff more. I'm gonna try to get mine in it, but she's got to be taught by her dad first. I gotta get in the training process this year, so it's gonna be. You gotta be patient with them, man. You gotta go with their speed.
It's just, I don't know. Now he had a taste before, but now he's.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that was grueling, man. We went up that hill, and it was like Mount Everest.
It's like
when you get to the
like
top, you're like,
going
what? We got to hunt
Colorado
now?
elk hunting, Rocky Mountain elk hunting.
Yeah,
That's
man,
what-
it's
that's
a
what it
whole lot
seemed like.
easier access now because we could park over there in that barn, man. It makes it so much easier.
Man, something else too, coming back to like, Matthew and any other kid, it's just, even if they've been in the past, sitting in a blind's fun, and that's great and all, but man, being right here,
Seeing them in their face.
spur of the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what was we? Maybe 35 or 40 yards, and she just couldn't see us.
Exactly.
We set
Yeah.
the decoys how it got set up. in
Yeah,
a
if we'd
matter
had a
of,
blind,
what, 2
I don't
minutes?
think we would have had that same situation.
I don't think so either.
Because we would have came in and probably spooked some birds off. We got set up.
And then
I mean,
sitting
we could have
around.
called one in, but it would probably been in the later evening,
I think so too.
going to roast or something.
But now he's got to actually see what
You
it's
got
like.
to see. I want
the
that's
adrenaline.
all I wanted. I wanted him to get one in his face. I thought, man, I promise you, that first breath that he takes when he
And that's going to help him out too. Whatever it's that big
oh
tom.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he was
Oh
kind
yeah.
of shaking.
When your
He said-
adrenaline
he
is
said,
like that,
He was
oh
like,
my god.
Bubby, I'm nervous. And he said it. He's like, I'm nervous. I'm like, I know, man. I was like, it's okay. It's
You
part
can't
of it.
help it. You see one and you're like, I'm sitting here and I'm like shooting this thing. I'm like, God, please don't move. Worried, don't move. And I'm sitting there just like, trying to get the camera right. And then, so I pretty well set it up where I thought they were going to come out. So it turned out really good.
I just thought it was so. I thought it was so funny whenever I was like, you gotta be real still, man. If you move at all, they're just gonna see you.
Oh yeah. Well, I was kind of more in the open, but I was like, I had to be because I was just filming, and I'm like, well, maybe this will hide me. Hey, I'll tell you this much. I've wore a lot of different camo. This bottom line hides you like unreal.
Better
Like
than
they can't
anything.
see you.
Yeah.
I mean, I really can't. I
Look at
really
me,
don't
I'm
believe it.
completely mismatched from where we're sitting at.
Oh yeah. I mean, it does. It just blends in with the green and
The whole thing,
everything.
when I just walked up there to just kind of glance over in the
Yeah.
field a little bit, I turned around and looked back. Even without his mask on, I mean, don't get me
Where's
wrong,
Waldo?
It looks like a full moon.
Yeah.
Other than that, it
Yeah.
was like, even him without his gloves on, I'm like, man, he actually is hit pretty good. And you was, you wasn't even there,
I think blending in makes so much, because even if, like, you see how close that turkey was, and it was looking, because it knew that turkey should be just right here, but we had this brush.
Dude, if that was
And-
a tom,
Oh yeah.
I just can't. I'm listening to you. I don't mean
Like
to
this
cut you
brush
off.
over here, if you see this brush, it's like it kind of hides you, and it's like if you have an obstruction behind you, they think they're just behind that obstruction, and it works every time.
It really did, because you was sitting there purring and
Oh yeah.
clucking.
But I had a little bit in
and just
front of me
soft
that
yelping
covered
with
my
that hen
hands
would-
up.
And he would start to walk away, and even though, like you said, you're sitting behind something right here,
Yeah.
and she's really looking every time.
Yeah, because I've moved, and she was like, she'd look, and I was like, freeze or whatever, and
every time she turned just a little bit, you hit that call. She turned her head like this and look. Here she come walking. She stopped, look a little bit, turn around. You hit it again. She do the same thing back.
oh yeah.
And then finally she was kind of like, lost interest, and then she just moseyed on out. But she did get spooked.
I
was
think
just-
that was great. I think she was confused because she thought there should be another turkey over here.
Over here.
But I didn't want to put one over here because I thought, well, if I did, they'll come behind us, Because sometimes they do that. But
Yeah.
man, that was a good hunt for sure.
Oh,
It was definitely a good hunt. Man, it's
Making
starting to warm up.
memories.
Oh yeah,
that's what it's all about, ain't it?
it's all about. Man, this did a lot of good for me, especially after falling out of a truck from 6 feet yesterday. I was like, man, this got to get better.
Well,
But hey, it
definitely
did. It turned out great.
Other than the brutal walks and
Yeah.
hikes and
Man, I tell you what.
up and down. Huh?
Still gotta walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still do got
That's
to
a
walk.
long
don't we?
way, ain't it? All right, man. Well, I guess we better get head out. But for the first day, I think this is pretty daggone awesome.
Turned out to be a really nice day too.
Oh yeah.